There we go. Little signal going on there. Let's see here. Hold on, boys. Hold on just a second. There we go. Bear with me just 1 second, guys, while I get my control center here up and running so that I can actually see if we're, if you guys are seeing anything, I guess you might say. How is everybody tonight, man? It's a big fishing weekend, guys. It's a huge fishing weekend in the state of Texas. We got Texas Bass Fest going. We've got the Sealy's Outdoors down at Toledo Bend. And we have, there's a Bass Champs tournament on somewhere around here. And on top of all that, we've got the Legends of Lake Fork tournament, 3-day tournament starting tomorrow on Lake Fork. So it's a big time bass fishing weekend in the state of Texas. I'm going to go ahead and apologize right now because my nose, yeah, she's running like crazy. Old girl must have stole, I'm pretty sure my nose committed Grand Theft Auto because she's running like she stole something. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see how many people we can get gathered up in here real quick. All right, I'm starting to finally get my thing caught up here. Okay. Bass Champs is at T-Walk. That's right. It's at Tawakoni. That's right. A bit closer to the camera there than normal. Well, sorry for the delay and that taking a little while to get started. T-Lo's in the house. Fishing Freak Growers. Kevin Jones. Matt Scotch. Good to see you around again, bud. Jay Henry. Willie Allen Jr. Spence the Bass Master. We got all the regulars in here. We got some more coming, I'm sure. Top 5 baits is a bit of a challenge in May, boys. It's a bit of a challenge. It's tough because there's so many ways to catch them right now, guys. There is, you know, none of these baits, we're not going to talk about shad spawn tonight at all. And you can throw a hollow belly swim bait and a square billed Crush 100X 6-cents crankbait on shad spawn first thing in the morning and could catch 1 million of them. You could go to the far northern end of the lake and throw a frog and throw a swim jig and have a good old time there. We're not talking about any of that in top 5 baits. Here's what I'm doing. So I'm going to tell you guys, I'm focusing on 2 things right now. I'm focusing on brim spawn and I'm focusing on offshore fish. I think I'm on the front end of both of those patterns. They should still last for a while. So I like to kind of try and stay in front of them a little bit, and that's what we're doing. So Robert Otwell, J.D. Atnip, and yeah. T-Lo's been wrecking them on that impact shad. I'm telling you, look, guys, I don't tell you nothing that doesn't work, man. You know, it's what you get here is real. So let's start on the little brim pattern first. Let's talk about that first, I guess. So what I'm doing is I'm going into these later spawning pockets that have like steep sloping banks and stuff like that, where the fish spawn a little bit later. Well, there's now brim spawning in there. And I'm using a 3/8 ounce Texas rig with a baby brush hog, and that color is watermelon candy. But that's what we're using right there. And we are dyeing, this one stayed out in the sun on the deck of my boat all day, so the tail is faded, but we are dyeing the tail chartreuse. Hey, check out this new rod too. Whoa, it's a good looking rod I got there now. Hold on, wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's my Texas rig rod. That's the 7-1 medium heavy 6-cents Lux rod. Great Texas rig rod right there. The other thing that we're doing, that's getting, you know, once I locate those brim beds, we throw that brush hog at every single stump or lay down that's around the outside of that brim bed. The other thing that we're doing is the same thing basically. Well, this is, you know, this is my deal right here, guys. This is what gets me going when I old jig. Got an old flipping jig right here. That's a rage crawl in there. I'm using both a rage crawl and a smash crawl. You'll see in my deep jig later I got a smash crawl. But the big thing is making it short and compact and using a green and brown type color. This is Grass Mutant. Love that color. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Anyway, that's the Grass Mutant color. And same thing, just around those brim bed areas, just flipping it around every stump that we can find around there. That's funny. I got a guy on Facebook texting me, how do I hook up live with you? Man, look here. I love each and every one of you guys that follows and watches and does that. But if you can't figure out how to watch a live video in these days and times, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's on the YouTube channel. You just got to go to the channel and click on the video that says live now. It's not that complicated, folks. It's just not that difficult. So that's what we're using around the brim spawn. Now let's talk about, oh, what rod am I using for the jig? My jig rod in the 6 cents line is the 7.6 heavy with a fast action. It's been pretty stellar. And we'll go ahead and talk about the jig I'm using out deep. So now what I'm talking about is we're catching fish in 17 to 22 feet of water on super long extended main length points. And this has probably been, this and the Carolina rig have both been really good. But this, you know, I love this jig, man. I love throwing this jig out deep. Anyway, that's the hybrid jig, hybrid jig again in 3/4 ounce. That color is crawfish drone. And apparently that like 6.5 pounder that we caught the last fish today jacked up my trailer. But anyway, crawfish drone is the color. Green pumpkin smash crawl for the trailer. And I like to leave full profile crawl and a full profile skirt on that jig when I'm throwing it out deep. All right, and that is, like I said, the 7.6. Well, let me get that jig out of the way. There you go, boys. If y'all can read that, let's see. 7.6 heavy. Oh, I forgot. Everything's backwards on here. That's right. 7.6 heavy, fast action is the rod I'm throwing both of those jigs on. The 3/8 ounce and the big 3/4 ounce. And it's driving that hook home good on that jig. All right, next thing is Carolina rig. I got that 8-foot rod on that Carolina rig. It touches the ceiling a little bit. We're throwing a 1 ounce weight Carolina rig. It's got a same watermelon candy baby brush hog on it right now. But I want to tell you guys a bait that works really good on this Carolina rig, and it is an impact shad. That impact shad is a phenomenal Carolina rig bait. And like I said, God, dog. This is a baby brush hog on here, but I am using both. I'm using a baby brush hog and the same impact shad that we were using around shallow grass. We put that on a Carolina rig. It gets behind that weight and it just goes, kind of wanders, man. It's awesome, awesome, awesome bait. Mark Pack did a great job on that one. The rod we're using on this, like I said, 8-foot heavy action with a moderate fast tip. It's been really good. You know, it loads. You know, Carolina rig, you need a long rod to pick up all that slack, but you need one that'll load a little bit, and this does that so well that I'm really digging it. I'm really digging it a lot. So that's what we're throwing the old C-rig on right there, boys. And I'm about to break the tip off of the end of that in case it's going to kill me because I just got these. I'm about to break them already. Now, last but not least, this is a fun one. My boy Ronnie Kelly was with me yesterday. This is his favorite way to do it. Cloud 9 Series C25. Big crankbait, as you boys can tell right there. We're catching not a lot of fish. This is, to me, guys, this is like the swim bait bite of deep water. You know, it's not something that's real complicated, or I can't really tell you a trick that's going to make you go out there and catch more fish on a crankbait. You just mark the school like you do any other time. You throw it through the school and you grind that crankbait down there, bounce it off whatever you can. I mean, there's not really anything real complicated to it, but for some reason it just takes a while to kind of figure out and really get a feel for that bite and all that type of stuff. Man, you can catch them. Like, you can catch them, the big ones on that right there. That's a big fish bait out deep, boys. C25, I think that's citrus shad, I believe. Don't be too particular about colors, guys. When you're fishing deep crankbaits, get you one you believe in, you feel confident in, and go with it. I like chartreuse blue a lot, but this one right here is the one I'm throwing. Really focused on shad colors right now because that's what they're eating. They're eating shad out there. But, yeah, throwing that on the 8-foot heavy with a moderate fast action as well, which I'm going to tell you, this rod is 100,000% perfect for the big crankbait because it has the backbone and it's an 8-foot rod. You can throw this thing a mile with it. It's got the backbone to help you handle that drag of that big bait, but at the same time, it's got that moderate fast action tip that lets that thing load up when a big fish bites it. So it's perfect for cranking. All right, this ain't even funny anymore. I'm like really mad at myself right now. Where can you find a bunch of 2.5 pound unders? All over the place, guys. I caught, believe it or not, that big giant crankbait caught. I was sitting here telling you about the big fish it'll catch. I caught a 2 pounder on it today. So it'll catch small ones too, and there's small ones mixed in with those big ones out there. The Carolina rig has been catching more of the small ones than the jig and the crankbait, but that's kind of typical. The jig and the crankbait, the jig has been catching some smaller fish, but the jig and the crankbait have been catching the bigger fish. Get that? Yeah, when I got 8-foot crankbait rods, I need a taller. Y'all see that light right back there? There's another one right here that I keep whopping with them 8-foot rods. Yeah, we got a seminar. Chris Jones, appreciate it, buddy. Hey, we got a seminar tomorrow night at Lake Fort Marina. If you guys are in the area, come see us. Can I make a video on how to use your graph? Yeah, sure. I mean, we kind of did a little bit in the video that came out Wednesday that I filmed last year that we kind of redid. And Mike has done the sonar settings for us. We have a sonar settings video on my page as well. How does the man at Smash Take rig his swim bait on a jig head for deep water? I will get that answer for you. I'll have to ask him. Kentucky Lake is eaten up with carp. Yeah, I've heard about that, man. That's not cool. I'm gonna tell you something though. Nature has a way, man. Don't get too down. It's gonna change your fishery. It is 1,000% gonna change your fishery. But bass, they will do what they need to do to survive. I promise you that. Number 1 and number 2 bait. We're fishing around brim beds. Somebody got here late and they're asking about the first 2 baits. We're fishing around brim beds in shallower water in later spawning pockets. And we're throwing a 3/8 ounce hybrid jig in grass mutant color and a Texas rig baby brush hog. Can we buy the guide and the graft annual now, or have to wait until January? Yeah, you're gonna have to wait until January again. There's no more annual option on the guide and the graft. We only sold that through March and April. We're just selling the bi-monthly version now. What rod am I flipping with? On the jig, I'm using a 7.6 heavy. On my Texas rig, I'm using a 7.1 medium heavy. But that 7.6 heavy, that's my flipping stick, man. That's going to be my day in, day out flipping stick. 6 cents Lux rods, 7.6 heavy with a fast action tip. That's going to be my flipping stick. If you guys had some questions that were up at the top that I missed, please ask them again. Something with J-Laugh said they got that East Texas Wi-Fi out here in the Dominican Republic. J-Laugh, man, I meant to leave you a comment. Dude, Jason Laffy, you got married, bro. I saw you got married. Congratulations. I'm a little bit sour I didn't get the invite. That's okay. I'll forgive you. Congratulations, brother. What rod am I throwing the Impact Shad on? The Impact Shad weightless I throw on the 611 medium heavy when I'm throwing it weightless around grass. Now, I'm Carolina rigging, it's the way I'm using it now deep, and so I'm throwing that on the 8-footer. What are they biting at night? I don't know. I don't go fishing at night. I hate night fishing, man. I don't like it. I know. People catch them, it's cooler, blah, blah, I get it. I don't like the night fish, so I have no idea what they're biting at night. What line do you spool on your reels? Brand-wise, fluorocarbon is Seagull Red Label. Monofilament is Berkeley Big Game, and braid is Power Pro. Brandon Malone. What's up, Brandon Malone? All right, like I said, guys, if y'all have questions up at the top, please re-ask them because this thing kicks me down to the bottom every time and I miss them. Here we go. Should you scale down from 7.2 medium heavy? No. A 7.1 medium heavy and a 7.2 medium heavy is the same thing. I think, T-Lo, you should definitely get you one of these 6-inch rods, though, man. They're pretty cool. You'll like them. I mean, just if you need one, the rods you got are good. You bought those limit rods, and I'm not with limit rods anymore, and I don't have nothing bad to say. Limit rods is a great product, but I will say that I'm very happy with 6-inch rods, if you know what I'm saying. What is a good graph for under $500? I don't know the pricing on graphs. Let me tell you why I don't know. I don't know the pricing on graphs because I only buy graphs when I buy boats, and I don't know what the price of them is because it just all goes into one package deal. Oh, you got your 6-inch rod, T-Lo got one. No more, yes, yellow belly. Somebody says no more yellow belly. If you saw the beginning, that's exactly what it said. It's so hard to do top 5 baits in May because there is so many ways to do it. I'm telling you what I'm spending the most time using right now. Could yellow belly be in here? Yeah, you can go catch fish on a frog right now. And that's what I said, guys. There's a shad spawn still going. You can go catch them on the little hollow bellies from Smash Tech and the Crush 100 square bill from 6 cents. That's working on the shad spawn first thing in the morning. You can go up in the grassy areas of the lake on the northern end and throw a frog and a swim jig and catch them on that all day. I mean, there is a lot of ways to go about it right now. There's some bass still, you can go sight fishing right now. I mean, that's how many different, literally you can fish from 0 feet to 20 feet. I'm just giving you guys the baits I'm using the most, the patterns that I'm pursuing. I do spend a little time on the shad spawn first thing in the morning, but more than that, I go to that brim spawn, and then I go deep. I spend most of my day on the brim spawn. I spend the last 3 hours or so out deep. After lunch, we go out deep the rest of the day. For the most part, what brand reels do I use? I don't have a particular brand that I use for the most part. I will tell you that my favorite brand is probably overall Daiwa. I have a lot of different Daiwa models that I'm really, really, really fond of. I think Daiwa has a very good complete line of reels. So Daiwa, if you're listening, holler at your boy. If anybody out there knows anybody from Daiwa, tell them to holler at your boy. I mean, there's a lot. Lew's makes really good reels. I just, Daiwa, the way they feel, the way they perform, I like everything about Daiwa reels. Storming in Central Florida, but you're fishing in between. Any suggestions on a plan of attack? We are past post-spawn here. Water's between 78 and 81 degrees. So you're going to have cloudy, windy, stormy conditions. You're probably going to be fishing grass because it's Florida, I'm assuming. I'm going to go to weedless swim baits, swim jigs, chatter baits, moving baits that I can fish around in that grass. And I'm always, if I'm in stuff like that, matted vegetation, thick vegetation, I'm always going to have a punching rig and spend a little time flipping because that's how you're going to catch the big ones a lot of the times. But swim bait, swim jig, chatter bait, stuff like that I can fish through that thick, heavy grass and around the edges of it, that's what I'm going to go to in cloudy, windy conditions during the summertime around grass. The shad spawn is still happening after 5 p.m. I don't know. My guide trips start at 6 and they end at 4, so I honestly wouldn't know. How deep? My deep fish are 17 to 22 right now. It's kind of the range that if I had to put like a certain range on it. They move around a lot right now, guys. There's certain times of the day where they'll get off the side and suspend and get in 28 feet. Sometimes they'll climb up in 15, but the majority, like when I catch them, when they're biting, they're in 17 to 22. Appreciate you guys letting me know. I would never know if you guys didn't tell me. Sorry about that. Hopefully, Dwayne, did I get you 17 to 22 on depth? JD Sports Room, man, I see your question, buddy. I'm not going to touch on that, man. I appreciate what you're asking, but I cannot go there. I'm good now. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate you guys welcoming me back. Is Lake Clark a deal? Lake Clark? I don't know what Lake Clark is. I have no idea what it is. Patty Stack. Oh, Patrick Stack is in the house. What is up, my brother? All right. Thinking about buying a new Skeeter ZX225. What do you think of yours compared to other boats? I think the boat that I drive is the smartest boat for anybody to buy, period. I think it's the best value. I think it's the best hull in the whole entire world. I think it is, if you want luxury, get an FX, but the ZX is a fully functional, fully rigged. It's the best value in the boat market today. For the price you pay for it, there's nothing else you're going to get close to it. Will the Impact Shad be fire all summer? Yes. Yes, in 2 different ways. Yes, on a Carolina rig, throughout the summer, as long as they're relating to bottom, we'll catch them on it on a Carolina rig. The other way is the grass. around grass, you know, it's a fluke style type of bait, that impact shad. Anytime you're around grass, that style of bait, and especially this one with that gliding action, you know, when it dies, it kind of glides to the side. It's always going to work around grass. Always. Mojo, what up? What kind of water temps? We're getting close to 80, guys. We're just about to break 80 on the water temps. What's the difference between the ZX and the FX? Just the fit and finish, you know. There's a weight. The ZX is a lighter boat. FX is heavier. The FX has nicer stuff. It's nicer. It's the Cadillac. It's you know, juiced up and pimped down on that flip, making them rounds, you might say, is what the FX is doing. And the ZX is just the working man's boat, man. It's basic. You know, it's not fancy. It's got the old rocker panel switches, old school stuff on it. But it's well built. I mean, I've got 400 hours on that boat out there, guys. I have fished hundreds of days with all different type of people beating up the boat, you know, running it on fork where we bang off stumps every time we auto somewhere. And that thing, if I cleaned it up today, if I got it real good and clean and just touched up a couple little things, it'd look brand new again. I mean, it's just a well-built boat that lasts and performs every single day. What about pitching it under docks in the hotter summer? For the impact shad, that would be fine. It's just hard to get a weightless bait under a dock. You probably could with a spinning rod. With a spinning rod, yeah, I like that option. Punching. Shut up, Mojo. What you know about punching, man? I don't know. I just haven't got to it yet because there's still a bait spawn going on and we're trying to get some of that deep. I haven't got around to the punching bite, but yeah, it's going to happen. I mean, it's probably it. It's time. It should be happening right now. Dang, Mojo trying to look, man, I'll tell you about punching when I'm ready to tell you about punching, Mojo. All right? I ain't ready yet. Old Red. T-Lo says Old Red is a beast. Old Red, that's a good boat. Oh, Mojo, you cracking me up, boy. What do you think about those chips that show you how to get around in the woods? The boat lane chip, Lance Vick, another guy on Lake Fork, he makes a boat lanes chip that is very good. I mean, it helps you. It's got all the basic boat lanes that are not marked on fork, marked very well. The safe ones. There's some boat lanes we run on fork that ain't nobody putting on a chip because I wouldn't recommend anybody even follow me down some of the ones that we run. So that's just the way that is. But Pat Stack says, have you ever lost the same bedfish twice? I don't think I mean, maybe. Yeah, I'm sure that I have, but I know for sure that I broke off a big male and then jumped off his even bigger female partner. I know I've done that, Patrick Stack. Thanks for, you know what, I was over my sight fishing losses and I was just getting over all that and that deep bite's going on. I'm getting happy and you got to bring up why you got to bring up the old stuff, bro? Why you got to bring up old stuff? Impact shad skips like a dream with a spinning rod. That's beautiful to hear. Yeah, I would love that under docks, as T-Lo alluded to earlier. That's great. Jody Shelton, hey, Billy, never fished swim baits before, but got some hollow bodies on the way for Smash Tape. Man, it's a great bait. It's a little bit, it's easy bait, man. Just rig it up, throw it out there, point your rod at it, and just grind it in, baby. It's just medium retrieve. It's as simple a bait as you'll ever fish. You'll love it. It's a good bait. All right. Any more questions? You guys drop some questions. Just hurry up if y'all want any more. We're about to wind this thing down here a little bit. I'll try to stick around and answer a few more. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, somebody's talking about it skips good on a spinning rod, but I don't know how to use a spinning rod, and that's true. I don't. The only reason I own spinning rods is for customers that don't know how to use bait casters. I don't throw spinning rods. I don't. In my opinion, spinning rods are for kids and children and guys who don't know how to cast good. What rod do I use on swim baits? On the small swim baits now. On small swim baits, I'm using 7.5 heavy with a moderate fast action from 6 cents, the Lux rods. That's the one I'm using, and it is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I don't know how to use a ferry. No, I don't know how to use a. Why do I want to know how to use a ferry wand? Have you even been to Lake Fork, bro? We don't need that out there. We don't need none of that in our life. Yeah. Mojo, your mom. That's right, dude. Your mom was whipping that bait cast around that day she came out with me. High pressure, 5-mile-an-hour wind, small amounts of grass. What is my go-to? High pressure, small amount of wind, 5-mile-per-hour wind, small amount of grass. What's my go-to? Right now, wacky worm and a weedless swim bait. Bam, go. Top waters in the morning. If it's cloudy, top waters. Probably a walking bait, spook. Actually, it's the dogma. Mojo, your mom goes to college. T-Lo, I know Mojo's mom and his dad, everybody. Don't get them too bad, T-Lo. Your mom goes to college. That's from something, T-Lo. What's that from? I remember. What's the difference between the Crush 100X and the 80X? Oh, God, a lot of difference. A Crush 100X is 6 inches, as far as size goes, it's like the Strike King 2.5. It's like the 2.5 size of square bill, and it's a standard square bill with a traditional squared off bill, except you got like custom paint jobs and awesome hooks that you don't have to change out like you do on Strike King. The bill doesn't break off on it like it does on Strike King. Like, it's a lot better bait, but it's in that category. The Movement 80X is in its own category. It's got a wide bill that has a little bit of a roundness to it. It wobbles extreme. Like, here's the difference between a Movement 80X and a Crush 100. A Crush 100 will make your rod tip do this. A Movement 80X make your rod tip do this. Hopefully that explains what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Napoleon Dynamite, that's what it is. Does Smash Tech make a small trailer for a chatterbait? Yeah, absolutely they do. Smash Tail Jr. is a great trailer on the chatterbait. Smash Tail Jr. Are the bluegill spawning on fork? Mojo, you missed the whole first half. Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm spending most of my day fishing the bluegill spawn. Ding dong. We go bluegill spawn. We go shad spawn for about 30 minutes. Then we go bluegill spawn for about 5 hours. Then we go out deep for about 3 hours. That's my daily routine right now. Make one episode fishing Texoma. And it's got a soft, thin paddle, and it's got a very tight, the action's very just subtle kick that's very good on a chatterbait. So this is the Smash Tail, but they have one that's like 3.5 inches that's a Smash Tail Junior that's perfect for a small chatterbait trailer. How is it guiding during a big tournament like this weekend? Well, I'm going to be on the water tomorrow during the first day of the big tournament, off on Saturday, back on Sunday. How is it? I don't even want to answer that, man. It is what it is. You can't, if you don't like fishing around other people and you don't like fishing on a crowded lake, you shouldn't be guiding on Lake Fork. That's just part of it. Mojo, to answer your question about the bluegill spawn, I'm flipping timber outside, around the outside edges of the brim beds, just outside of the brim beds. I'm flipping timber with a baby brush hog on a Texas rig and a 3/8 ounce jig. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up because signal's killing me, and we've been on for a while. So, man, thank you guys so much. We got another great video. My boy Ronnie Kelly was out with me yesterday. We had a lot of fun making a great video for you guys yesterday. A lot of deep fishing involved in that. So if you like that deep fishing, keep watching. We're going to have some more of it coming up. Got some good guests coming. The next 2 weeks, we got guests lined up on filming days. We're going to have a lot of good stuff coming on the channel. You're going to get to learn a lot. There's going to be a lot of good instruction over the next few weeks. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much. Go to 6 Sense Lures. Enter the promo code Your Lake Fork Guide. Get 10% discount on some brand new rods. 6 Sense Lux rods. I promise you guys, if you're disappointed, I'll buy them from you. They're phenomenal rods. They're incredible, awesome products. So get out there and get you some rods. Get out there and get you some bass. Man, go try some of that deep stuff. Ain't much better than sight fishing from 20 feet above with old low rants, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, We appreciate you guys, like I say a million times, because I mean it a million times over, and we'll see you next time right here on your Lake Fork Guide.